Really? Are they
Yeah,
that?
Gina said that she just listens to the cold opening and then she just listens to the end stinger because they're so fun.
Don't have too many interesting stories about that, right? I mean, I don't want to admit too much that, you know, I don't have really too many interesting lives anymore.
I know, right? Well, I mean, well, that's not true. You're gonna have a kid born pretty soon. You're moving into your new house.
Got to be interesting here. I just played a whole lot of disc golf. I do it when I can, as often as I can. So I
Right.
don't think I'm going to be able to.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
All right, Eric. You and I, we're at the pep rally. We're ready to go. We're gonna spell it out for the cheerleaders. We're gonna give them an F. We're gonna give them an A. We're gonna give them an M. An E. No. I.
Oh, you were close.
L. I don't. I'm trying to be like Vin Diesel and speak. We're talking about family 10. Fast 9.
I am
Fast
Groot.
10. Yeah, I'm talking about Fast 10. Oh my God, I said that. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
It's Fast X.
It's 10. This is like what they said the iPhone 10, but it's X. It's stop it.
Hold on. Actually, we're going to go back to a conversation we had before this was recording. You did not complete the thought or answer the question, I guess. Did you finish this movie?
I probably had about another 20 minutes to go, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
You missed the best parts then, which is, of
Oh,
course,
I
the ending.
read. Yeah, I read about the plane and everything. Yes, we'll talk about it. And I watched him click, but I was like, I'm done.
Let's
I'm
talk
done.
about it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing you and everybody who's listening a disservice. I am here in my life. Like, this is happening. Like, I remember when Fast 1 came out. No, I'm not going to make my reference to Point Break. I always do. But I'm just like, okay, it's a fun, stupid movie. Whatever. They're not, I mean, whatever. And then what? I'm a sophomore in high school, and I'm on the football team, and we all go see Too Fast, Too Furious because we're cool and we think we're cool. And after that, I was done. Like, literally, like, after Fast and Furious 2, I was done.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Right. I didn't go see Tokyo Drift. Had no interest in Tokyo Drift. Actually, my brother was the one that turned me on to Tokyo Drift. My brother said, "Hey, have you seen Fast and Furious 3?" I was like, "No, I don't want to see. I have no interest." He goes, "It's actually pretty darn good." And him and my brother and I, kind of had like this thing for like about a year or two, where it's like we're the only ones that thought that Fast 3 was good. Because other people we would talk to, because everybody like seemed to hate it, but now they're kind of like turning around on it and liking it, kind of like how the Star Wars fans are loving Hayden Christensen now.
Right.
So am my brother and I alone on this, or are you with us in that group? Like, do you think Fast 3 is like actually like a good movie?
Buddy, do you know who you're talking to here?
I know.
I don't
The
know.
show,
I don't know why I'm a fan of this franchise. I really don't. I question every bit of it. I'm very loud when I watch this movie. When all of
Yeah.
these movies actually, it's ridiculous. I scare myself sometimes, but I tell you what, I'm reacting. I'm having a great time at what's going on here. This is a soap opera. This is You cannot tell me that this isn't a soap opera anymore because that's really
No, it is.
what this is. Um, but it takes a lot of twists and turns, I guess, if you wanted to say. I enjoyed Tokyo Drift. I have enjoyed all these movies. I Pardon these puns, okay? Or actually don't. No, I'm going full throttle with them, okay?
Nice.
When I shifted gears in this franchise is 4 to 5, as most everybody did. Because 5 was really when they went all in, okay? All gas, no brakes. And that's why people are still fans. But before that, it was still finding it out. And you can tell that because of Fast 1, Too Fast, and then Tokyo Drift being a completely separate movie, almost like it went in reverse and kind of did a 180, I guess, and drifted itself into our hearts.
Nice. I think
I tried real hard and I hurt myself doing it.
You did. You did. You fell a couple of times. Whoa. I think that Fast Fours when people got excited because that's where Dominic Toretto came back, right? He wasn't supposed to be back, right? He came back. Did I ever tell you a short story about how my wife and I accidentally saw, but also did not see Fast and Furious 4 in theaters?
How does that work?
It's very short. There's this local Mexican restaurant back when the movie came out. We were going on a date, and they were advertising a new margarita called Blue Monster. So I
Okay.
asked the waitress what it was, and they're like, "Oh, it's margarita mixed with Blue Monster."
Oh
So
boy,
we had three of them.
my heart just skipped right there.
Right. She had three and I had three. We were young. What, the movie came out, we were not even 25 yet, right?
Hmm.
So she had three, I had three. And here's the end of the story. We were gonna go see a movie. What movie? We don't know what that is to this day. We don't know. We leave the restaurant, and she will tell you next time she sees you, the last thing that we remember is waking up in the theater at the end of Fast and Furious 4.
Hell yeah.
We don't even know how we got there. And here's the funny thing, too, to make a little bit spice to it. We don't remember being drunk. Like, I mean, her and I remember, the last thing we remember is we were both feeling normal and sober, paid the bill, and as soon as we paid the bill, her and I don't remember anything else.
Oh goodness.
So it's like, we saw Fast and Furious 4. That's what we were doing. Yes. So this franchise has a history with me. And then you and I started doing this show. I don't know what Fast 6 came out, maybe. I don't remember.
2013 is when Fast 6 came out, so that was
So it was
10
7.
years ago.
So it was 7 when we started it then.
Yeah, that would be 2015.
And is
That's
that the
when
one?
that's when James Wan took over.
And is that the one where Dom turned bad, quote unquote?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the one. This movie clearly follows the plot of 5. So I don't know the plot of 5, but Jason Momoa, Aquaman, was not in 5 at all, right?
Correct.
So I'm not gonna go over the plot on 5, but our heroes stole a bank vault from a bad guy, and the bad guy had a son, and this bad guy controlled whatever country or city, and they stole the bank vault, pulling it with Mustangs.
Yeah.
Not the horses, the cars, too.
That's correct.
That's ridiculous.
It's an iconic scene in cinema.
Is it?
If you see that anywhere else, you're going to know exactly where that's coming from.
It's ridiculous.
It is, and that's why you're going to remember it, because it's ridiculous.
So Gal Gadot is coming to this.
It defies physics. It shouldn't. It just doesn't work. The cables should have been twisted and tied. It should have then after a while just smashed the two cars together. You know what I mean? The cars. Then let's talk about. Go ahead.
Mustangs couldn't pull a bank vault, Eric. It's ridiculous. Anyway, even Mendez came back on that one too, right at the end. Right, this is when The Rock was big. This was when it was becoming The Rock's franchise. They did Hobbs and Shaw. So evidently,
which was one is this? You're talking about 7?
Well, I'm just talking about the rest because I want to talk about this movie. I'm just talking about where we come from.
Well, because I'm getting confused. I think 8 was it 7 or 8 that Dom went back, because I'm looking up the cast. Man, there's so many people in these.
Well, is it Furious 7? And then what was 8 called? Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, the Fate of the Furious.
Jesus Christ. And then Fast 9 and now Fast 10.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Right. But now I guess
9.
Vin Diesel has gone on Twitter and apologized, so he's trying to get Rock back.
Yep, we'll talk about that. I think 8 is the one where he flips, right? Because that's when the Charlize Theron comes in as Cypher.
I don't know anything about that. We reviewed him. I don't remember the review. But yeah, so Fate also rhymes with hate. He has hatred.
Oh, is that why?
I mean, that's more thought than the filmmakers thought. I mean,
oh yeah, it's getting okay. Well, let's talk about Fast 10 here, because
so let's talk about Fast 10.
Because a lot happens, and this is a 2-hour 20-minute movie. that is most certainly going to have a sequel. It's been greenlit already, possibly a third.
There's going to be a third. I mean, there's yeah. Okay, so you're gonna go through this journey from a non-fan, an anti-fan, somebody that wishes this franchise died at one, but is okay if it died at three. So here we go. Um, this movie is a reshot of the ending of five because Jason Momoa is the son of the bad guy, and
Yeah,
he was there the entire time.
that's right.
And Dom and Brian had no idea.
Correct.
All right. Just for me, did they reshoot these scenes or were these like stolen from the actual fifth
No,
one
this
because
is
Brian's dead?
yeah. These are reused.
These are
Except
reused. Okay.
anything with Momoa was you could tell very much was shot separate. Was
Gotcha.
cut in.
So this is where I turned on the movie. Jason Momoa pops up, and I'm like, oh my God, he's Aquaman. Can this guy play anybody else but Aquaman? Like, he has the goatee, he has the hair, he has the tan, he has the tattoos, he has the accent, has a little bit of a gut. Like, is this guy? I was so mad that he was in this movie.
Really? They're running out of.
So mad.
Again, I'm looking at this list here from all these movies. There's a lot of people. They're running out of people. This is
Well, I mean,
this. I
yeah.
mean, they're taken from Marvel. It's just like this is. There's so many people. Tony Jaa was in this. Was
Who?
in Furious 7. Sorry. You don't know Tony Jaa?
No.
Oh man, I got a movie for you.
So, how do you feel? So, you being the fan of the franchise, do you like when? Do you like that the movie did this, and also do you like that movies do this, where for a movie years ago had a scene, but now we're going to show another point of view, and that's what our focal point is going to be.
Well, yeah, they're showing me the origin of the villain here. That he was the son of the main villain in the five. He kind of had issues then. I guess trying to live up to his father a bit more. I guess he, was trying to live up to that in that shadow, and then suddenly this happens where the money gets taken from them, and his father dies. It's all in one day. Pretty big. And
Yeah,
so
but it's okay.
he then that changes him. He's gonna vow revenge, and now he's the Joker, and he just wants to watch everything burn now. And he's yeah, I guess that's his thing, right? You've taken everything from me, so I'm going to take everything from you. I had to suffer this entire time, so now I'm going to make sure you suffer as well. So a Hammurabi, not a Hammurabi, yeah, Hammurabi's law, right? Eye for an eye.
Okay, since we're on this subject, I will say that when Jason Momoa showed up in this beginning chase, I was off. Don't care. He's playing Aquaman. The next time I see him in Rome, I completely turned, and not the next time because he was in a scene before that, but when I see him in Rome, he's the reason why I'm still watching this movie.
Sure.
Jason Momoa was actually like he piqued my interest. He was flamboyant. He was ridiculous. His nails were painted. His mannerisms were fun. He was Aquaman, but Aquaman mixed with Silva from Bond. Like he was just crazy. He was out there. Like one of my favorite lines of the movie that I kept on going back to is when he goes to a street race with Dom, which we'll talk about how much I hate that scene. But he comes out and he's wearing like this like genie garb, right? And he's just like, my name is Dante. Salutations, and it's just like what? He was so crazy, and he knew what movie he was in. And I'm going to be a little ridiculous, but I think the dude should at least be looked at for like supporting actor. Like this guy was, I mean, like this guy was good. Jason Momoa was good.
Yeah,
He was amazing. I
I
can't keep on hyping him up. I'm sorry.
I agree. I think it shined very well on camera, and just like you said, he got the memo. He knew what movie that he was in, and he knowing that you cannot go over the top in this movie. There's no
No, you
way
can't.
that you can go over the top in this movie. There's no limit.
Right. Right.
So go up, paint a dead
Yeah.
guy's toenails.
Well, just like little things like he's in Rome and he's getting ready to walk down the stairs to jump on a bike, and he says right before he goes to the guys, he's very flamboyant, like Jack Sparrow with his hands too, and he's just like, "Don't leave, remember, I'll kill you and your family," or something like that. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
just like there's little jokes like that, and it's like this guy's good.
Yeah, the way
He
that he
is,
has everyone's family just tied up.
yeah, everybody's family's tied up. He is a giddy little schoolgirl, and I really thoroughly enjoyed him in this movie. That's the only compliment that I have, and I'm not saying that that's not going to save this movie from getting a bag of kernels. I'm not going to say that.
Oh boy,
He
this
was he was a shiny beacon in this turd sandwich. Vin Diesel's looking old.
you're very old.
He's looking old. I'm actually okay. So Vin Diesel. Okay, we're back in LA, right? Because the
We're at the
franchise has been.
barbecue.
Well, no, because the opening shot is where Brian was learning how to do all of his moves in the beginning of the first movie, in that background, whatever,
Sure.
when he's in this parking lot, and it's little B, Dom's son, right?
Yep.
So, um, so
Doing hits
Dom's
around the lights in the parking lot.
there you go, yeah, Dom's son. Sorry, I had it editing. So they go to a barbecue, always a barbecue. These people have barbecues more than I can ever imagine having barbecues. And we get this old lady at the head of a table. Is she Tom's mom? Did I miss something?
Was that Brian's mom?
Is that Brian's mom? This old lady's like talking about familia, and
I thought
family.
I thought it was her. Yeah, that it was their mom. It was Dom and Mia's mom,
Right. I
right?
also want to. I want. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. Have we seen this character
Let me
before?
see if I can look it up real quick. I don't, not really showing anything.
I was just curious who she was.
Aren't we all? So anyway, yeah, she's a mom. I think I whatever.
She's Dom's mom, right? Michelle Rodriguez.
Not my biggest question about the things in
No.
this movie. It's just like okay. To be honest, during this whole part of like the whole family thing, and get your family to tuck you and they'll be, and all that other stuff. I'm yelling out loud. I'm like, okay, like get to it. I know what this movie is. Okay, I always wanted to fast forward and just be like, get to the explosion because I know it's coming. I don't want to hear about how you guys all miss Brian. We all miss him. Okay, well, I get that. I'm not here to cry. I'm here to watch stuff get blown up. Give me get to it. Somebody's got to
What?
come in. Also, they eventually do come in. This house has been blown up 3 times now in this neighborhood. The neighbors have got to just be pissed.
Oh,
Like
has it? Has this house been blown up? I
this
didn't
house
know
has been.
that.
There was flames on one. Yeah, but yeah, I
I
did
didn't know
do my
that.
homework, and the house has been damaged
Nope.
many a time. You went from having parties with couches to now being blown up however many times. It's like God damn, man. And everyone knows where you live.
Well, okay, yeah. I had no idea the house
Move,
was
Dom.
blown up,
Jesus.
or yeah, not be in the heart of LA. Um, okay, so the little B thing. Okay, Michelle Rodriguez. I have to get this off my chest. 16-year-old Jordan still loves her. She had the 1, 2, 3 punch for me.
Hmm.
She had Fast and Furious. She had Blue Crush, and she had Resident Evil. I was she was very attractive to me. And then after that, didn't give a crap about her. And
Was she in SWAT? You didn't see that one?
yeah, I saw it. It doesn't, yeah. You know, the reason I'm bringing her up is just because like she's like one of many actors in this movie. They do nothing else. Like Ludacris was a small role in the second one. He's now in this, and he's been in all of them, right? Uh, uh, oh shoot, Roman, right?
Tyrese, yeah.
Roman Tyrese. He was in the second one, and now it's like, wait a minute, wasn't Ludacris just some gearhead in Miami, and now he's somehow a
He's a
hacker?
hacker.
And Roman seems to be kind of like a hacker guy too.
They all can do their thing.
It makes no sense.
They all,
Uh,
he picks up a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
he
You,
eats a lot.
they all eat. But that's another thing. Everybody's always eating. That's why they had that barbecue, because family gotta eat. I guess
Mm.
it's a thing.
Um, I don't want to go by scene, but I'm just getting my gripes in. I'm with you too in the beginning of this movie because I know exactly where this movie's going. No, I did not read ahead. Just know that, okay, I've seen this story before. We know there's a big bad. We know there's going to be a conflict. Why are we spending 20 minutes with family and him being a good dad to little B and it made me uncomfortable with him and his romance with Michelle Rodriguez. I hate that they're together. They were together in the first movie, but there's no chemistry.
It
Like
does seem a bit
it's
cold, huh?
forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just when she's and knowing that she is in real life a lesbian and her like straddling him and kissing him, it kind of is just like, oh bullshit.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I just bored.
So at the barbecue, uh, the B team, we'll call it, of the Avengers are gonna go to Rome,
Hmm.
under the guidance of Roman.
Right, so they're
And
going to Rome. Yes.
yeah, they're going to Rome, and they're going to do a job that's supposed to be, I don't know, something silly with a gold Lamborghini. And as they leave, Cypher shows up to Dom's house. An injured Cypher shows up to Dom's house. And she's probably, I bet you want to kill me. It's like, of course we do. But she's like, but you won't. So, yeah, she's in this movie now as a frenemy.
Not the yeah. Okay, so I have a question about Cipher. Who now again? I've reviewed these
She's a
movies with you.
terrorist.
I don't. Okay, thank you. Who is she? She's a terrorist. Like she is anti-America. Like who is she?
Oh, jeez, she was something. Part of the God's Eye, I think that was her thing in like eight. Was it Fate of or no nine?
She.
Fate of the Furious.
What's God's eye?
Uh, she is a criminal mastermind cyber terrorist. Yep, who of course is dumb to by holding her son. The God's Eye is basically their way of doing everything now. Is their Deus Ex solution to everything, right? It's you can look up somebody, you can see where they're at right now, what they're doing.
Oh,
It's a
it's stupid.
satellite,
It's
that
MacGuffin.
yeah, it's made by Ramsey,
So she is a terror.
who's the other girl on the crew with the short hair.
Okay, so Cipher is Charlize Theron, which wow, her career went down the shitter. Um,
She just
she,
she just doesn't know how to say no to a movie.
you know what? I will say this. Get this part. A lot of this episode is get off my chest because I have a lot of gripes. I really enjoyed her in Monster, and I haven't enjoyed her in anything else since. That's just my opinion.
Atomic Blonde, I think we
No, yeah, we reviewed that. We didn't like that either.
that one scene,
Mm.
the stairs.
Um, okay. So she shows up. Okay, so she was the big bad, and then I watched the timeline. She murdered like Dom's love interest before Michelle Rodriguez came back,
Baby
right?
mama, yeah,
She wait, okay, so wait a minute. So Michelle Rodriguez is not the mom to little B?
correct,
This woman that Cypher killed is. Okay.
correct.
So why doesn't he kill her right off the bat?
Because she's got, I don't know,
What
man.
did you?
What because she killed my baby mama right in front of me? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a pretty
like
good
like
excuse, but he seems to stop and hold back. But she teases that the whole crew, his family, is in danger.
can I just add something real quick that made me laugh out loud? I was pretty silent in this movie.
Hmm.
The moment that I went, "Oh, that's funny," I laughed, is when Charlize Theron stumbles upon with the wound, right, and she's against the wall of the porch,
Yeah,
and Vin Diesel. It's a bad cut. He's walking towards her, and then the camera cuts from another angle, and he goes, puts his hands like on each side of her, like this is a big bear. And
yeah.
I just slapped my hands and started laughing. I was like, this guy. And then she goes and tells her backstory of Jason Momoa, who at this point I still did not like in this movie, where he has hacked. and he's infiltrated her stuff, and he's kidnapped all of her goons' families. And if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna kill your families. I thought that Dom destroyed all of his money. So how does he get all this money to do these tech things?
Hold on, was Fast 9 the God's Eye? No, that's the one with the two spheres. Man, these movies just all blend together. What was the question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm really like going off and trying to remember like what the
um,
hell was. I think it did the same thing for Fast 9, by the way, too, where I just forgot which movie
Jason
came into what.
Jason Momoa breaks into Cypher's lab
Yeah,
and does the whole thing, takes control, right?
that's right.
I thought that Dom and Brian just took all his family's money. So how does he have the money and tech to do the things that he
That's
does?
a great question.
Does that explain? Did I miss something? That's why I'm
No,
asking.
no, it doesn't. I would assume just because his family kind of was still in power, you would think that the guy is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That, but maybe that's what he did. I I don't know. Maybe they had assets somewhere else, or he did something. Who knows? We'll find out in X2.
Okay.
But you're right. I don't know where
Okay.
his money is coming from, or how
I
he's
just
able to do all of this.
Yeah, I just know if I missed it. So we go to Rome, right? And this is where the bombs, blah blah, the big bomb roller thing. Car chase, Dom. Um,
Oh yes, that a big old car chase in the giant rolling bomb,
that
the sphere.
looked like the bomb from The Dark Knight Rises. Remember that?
So yeah, so basically we have just like a game of pinball in Rome,
Rome.
right?
He wants to blow up the Vatican. Is that what Aquaman wants to do?
Yeah. Dante wants to release a metal ball and blow up the Vatican, I guess, because he's just crazy.
Okay, so I wanted to ask that question to you as well. You made a reference earlier that made me think about it, right? Joker, right? That was Joker's whole thing in Dark Knight. I
Yep.
just do things to do things. Is that literally Jason Momoa's MO in this? Is I want to get Dom, like I want to get Batman, but I'm gonna do all these other things too, just because. Because him releasing that bomb and destroying the Vatican really had nothing to do with Dom, did it?
I mean, this is oh well, yes, it was to frame them.
Okay,
That
now I have more questions.
that they are, and then they made them, the Dom's team, the Fast team, then enemies of the agency, and that's when, remember, Brie Larson is now in this movie. She popped in, and who was the guy, the new Jack Reacher?
Brie Larson
Yeah,
is
Brie Larson's in this movie as Tess, and then Alan Ritchson as
she
Ames.
is she's Mr. Nobody's daughter.
Yes, she's Mrs.
I didn't
Nobody.
recognize her from her short hair.
It was what, she had pulled back hair. She was wearing a pony.
Oh. Um, see.
Reacher. Yeah. This guy's
So
this guy's fucking jacked, man.
no, but I don't understand. Like, wait a minute. So Jason Momoa's mo for this for motive for this is to blow up the Vatican because he just knows that Dom and his team will try to stop it because they're part of the agency.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Well, he's at this point pretty much 5 steps ahead of everything, right? He always seems to be like, well, you didn't think I had, and pulls out a lot of Uno reverse cards. Yeah. And don't you think that the way that, now that we're talking about it, that his character is behaving very much like the Joker?
No, it's 100%.
Everything,
That's what I think of.
yeah, everything is very chaotic, and he's just Nero, right? Just kind of playing a fiddle, dancing while everything burns, and just having a good time, just laughing as it goes. And then there are those moments when he does get serious and he does give threat, and it's just like, oh, geez, this guy's actually kind of pissed right now.
No, yeah, that's what I like about it. I mean, like the absolute moment of the movie where I actually fell in love with his character will be a little bit later. Um, okay, fine. So this is a very actiony car chasing. You've seen one fast movie. You've seen it all, and their plan is to somehow stop the bomb from hitting the Vatican. Again, think of Indiana Jones, and there is Lost Ark people who were listening. Just think of the ball rolling, but inside the ball, beside of the boulder is this bomb, and it's going to hit the Vatican. So Dom has tried everything he can to stop. This metal boulder hits Dom's back end of the trunk of the car, and it doesn't roll over and crush. Somehow his little car is just perfectly fine besides
By
the
the way, he
trunk.
uses the same car. Does he not later on in the movie? Like this is Christine. He's driving
He
Christine.
has endless. He has endless of Christine's. And then where again, this is the jump the shark moment, right? The movie was level, and the jump the shark is they're like, Dom, get out of there. You've done everything you could. And he's like, not everything, family. And he turns the wheel, and there's a crane.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
crane.
crane. There's a crane. On one end, there's nothing of the crane, and then the other end is this concrete slab. And he somehow drives off the road, hits the back end of the crane to slingshot the concrete slab to at least knock the rolling bomb into the water, and goes over the river, hits brick walls, crushes the car to bits, and still able to shift gears and hit NOS and still drive.
Not a scratch on him.
Oh my God. You
Saves the
know,
day. A beautiful performance. Not a cop in sight, no ambulances, fire trucks, no helicopters from city officials anywhere, no news vans. Amazing job. They are in and out of. That's how fast and furious they are.
nice. Okay, so another dumb action movie that you and I reviewed early, middle of this year was Extraction 2, right?
Hmm.
And you and I actually gave that a medium. Like we thought it was decent, right?
Well, that had an amazing 20-minute sequence.
Right, but my question is, Extraction 2, and this is in the same category. Why am I pissed and dogging on this more when Extraction 2 does the same thing? Is it because I'm biased? I mean, like, what is it? I'm trying to figure this out.
I
What do you
think
think?
I think it's because Extraction chooses to only offend us one way in the endurance of the main characters, that they're able to survive a lot of punishment, right? And listen, the one thing that we didn't talk about in because the entire thing through is that adrenaline is rushing through their body, and obviously adrenaline's going to do something. But yeah, that seemed to be the bigger gripe of it. In an otherwise movie that's trying to be believable, I guess I don't want to call it believable, but this movie, the Fast franchise, does not stop there. It keeps on going and it offends you completely by saying, hey, we know that we just showed you how this metal ball was rolling over, well, basically everything stone, concrete, just old buildings, busted right through it. A row of cars, done. Get them out of there. Trucks, vans, bust them right through it. That's fine. But there's a black charger, and that one, it cannot,
Right.
because it's going too fast, or because Dom knows he's been in this situation before. He knows how to handle with big metal balls, I guess, rolling down the streets. That's how he
Nice.
plays pinball.
One of the things I want to gripe about this movie of is the evolution of these characters, of all these characters. The first movie, these people are hijacking semis for DVD
Oh
players.
yeah.
And they weren't like Robin Hood, steal from the truckers and give to the poor. They were stealing DVDs and selling DVD players so they could buy equipment for their cars.
Yeah.
And now we're here, espionage. And I just don't get the arc of this. And my second favorite character besides Jason Momoa is the new leader of the agency. This guy straight up, I didn't know that was Brie Larson, straight up just calls Little
Ames.
Miss No But Ames. He calls her straight out, Hames. He was just like, hey,
Ames.
Ames. Ames calls her straight out and calls this plot out. I don't think the director was smart enough, because I've seen his body of work, Transporter 1 and 2. Congratulations. Um, the character calls it out. He says, John Cena, The Rock, all The Rock's people, they were all against Dom, but now they're a part of the family, right? These guys, you were showing him scenes. He just explained what I just explained. He goes like 20 years ago, these people were slinging DVD players. Now look at them.
Because
Because
it's a
because
cult.
because Brie, Nick, because Brie Larson's dad was like, hey, they can steal DVD players, they can save the world. And it's just like, I don't understand.
He knows what's up, man. He's that's Jack Reacher for you.
Oh my god.
He's
So
one step ahead. No, this guy, yeah, when he was calling that out, it smelled fishy because
it's true though.
he brings up a good point that any person or persons that kind of get close to the crew either end up dead or they end up a part of the crew, and it
Part of the
seems
family.
part of the family. It seems better, but the same part, and maybe Brie Larson argued this. It's like right, but they're fighting for us. Like they're on our side. Like there's even though that they're recruiting all these people, it's like they're still working with us. Like they're still a part of us. So should that be a good thing?
And they're like, no, right? So this guy clearly is a bad guy. Now maybe it shows at the end because I didn't get through the
Well, it
last
just
20.
seemed, yeah, any
But
person where it just seems like, they make their case and then they stick to it and they completely don't listen to anyone else's input. It's just like, well, yeah, because I think she made that point.
right,
It's like, oh well, they've been working with us for this long. Why would they do it now? Why would they? It just seems like
right.
there's many opportunities for them to do that. They could have gained so much more. Like they could have done this a long time ago, but they're still here with us. So she brings up a good point, and that's when he was just like, "Well, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway." That's when it was like, well,
He's the bad
I
guy.
know this one. Yeah,
Yeah, we know this one. We've been down that road before. So then we go back to LA because, Dom knows that his family's in trouble. And we get Mia, his sister, which did they call out in this franchise yet that Brian's dead in real life? Like, where are they? She's
yeah.
married to Brian.
In this movie, they did. They talked about how he wasn't here or gone. Yeah, in the that's when I was confused about like whose mom is that? I'm pretty sure again that's Mrs. Toretto.
Right. I'm
But
just
to
like,
talk, but they're mourning Brian. I'm quite sure.
is that okay? Because I'm just like, why is Mia just hanging around? And then the agency comes, she does the strong fight, little B is hiding in the bathroom like any boy should, I guess. And then all of a sudden, an agent gets dropped. And then Mia smiles and was like, is that The Rock? Because again, I'm not a fan. And all of a sudden, here comes Peacemaker. I was like, what? What's he doing in this movie? And then, of course, I Google. He's Dom's brother, which I guess we reviewed that a year or two ago. And I completely forgot
It's
about
Fast
that.
Nine, yeah.
And then this whole backstory of what throwaway line that Dom said to Brian in the first movie, where his dad was a race car driver and his dad died in a fiery inferno with a Charger dirt track racing. I don't.
They blamed John Cena for it, and then yeah, and then they had a fallout, and then John Cena was a bad guy because he was angry at his brother. Basically, at the end of the movie was more like, "Hey, little brother, I'm sorry," and he was like, "Do you really mean it, big bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll give you another shot, and we should hang out." And then John Cena was just like, "Oh, that'd be really cool. We can end the movie now, and I'll stop killing people." And then they roll credits, and everybody cheered. They threw popcorn. People just they took their tops off. They went nuts. It
This
was
movie made over $700 million, just so you know that. Jesus Christ.
yo get in, loser. We're making money.
I mean, Eric. Like, I'm not trying to be acting right now.
Neither is
Like,
anyone in this movie.
no, I'm legitimately pissed. Like, this movie, I am Halloween Ends territory. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get how uh, Fast and Furious has created a franchise like this. Why not? Why not Riddick, for God's sakes? That's another thing that pisses me off too. I'm going on a little tirade for a second. Pitch Black was a fun little alien ripoff movie. That was great, and then somehow you spin a freaking alien ripoff movie with this Riddick nonsense. This guy can't act with anything, and now he's in 10 of these movies. It makes me mad.
I
And I don't understand.
I I'll off the top of my head right now, I believe this movie is probably the closest thing American cinema will get to Bollywood.
But that's India, though.
Have you seen those action movies? Because they follow this logic where one man can pick up a car and kick a tiger and go 50 feet in the air, make a parachute out of his shirt, land in like a princess's backyard.
That's
You
a
know,
Bond movie.
that's this, but those movies like in Bond, there's still they're as silly and drawn out as it could be because man, sometimes James Bond can take a beating. There's still like the laws of physics that get played in there, right?
Yeah.
This movie is insane, right?
Right.
James Bond does not have that giant ball rolling down the streets of Rome.
Well, it does. It's just that James Bond's, uh, car doesn't stop in front of the ball and somehow slows down the ball.
Yeah.
Right. But change gears. Where I went, okay, so people can't see me, but for you, Eric,
Hmm.
my hands are like this. Watch on my iPad, right? My hands are on my chin, on my cheeks, just like, all right, here we go. All right. And then as soon after his sister gets ambushed and John Cena comes and saves the day, he goes to what, Brazil, Rio Grande. Where's he go?
What's that for? You're
Oh,
talking about?
Dom,
Yeah,
the
he goes to
place that
Rio de
Jesus,
Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro, and he is in a street race culture straight from Fast One. And then this dude comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey man, I'm glad you're back, Dom. Hey, all this stuff, the girls with hot shorts shaking their butts, listening to hippity hop. It's because of you, man. We're still racing because of you, man."
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, what?
Fast Four, right? The one that movie that you two woke up in. They were in the South. I don't know if it was Brazil or Cuba though, actually, but whatever. It's Fast and Furious. It's all the same.
Dom Dom took street racing culture from LA to another country, and it just
Well,
everybody in that area was like, "Let's do this."
well, yeah, because after Fast 2, he was on the run. They were all on the run, remember? And so he went global and he made his appearance in Tokyo Drift at the end of that one. And then in this one, he started off in Brazil. And let me take a look. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my.
that's what it was. Plot.
Well, no, he's yeah.
Oh, Dominican Republic. They're
What
stealing.
what number four?
Yeah, they're
Number
stealing fuel
four.
takers, and then yeah, this is number 4, and then Panama City, and then street racing. Oh yeah, wow.
So
Mexico,
he
the border. Yeah, so that's a lot of the Latin stuff was in 4 and 5.
so again, I'm still sitting here with my hands on my chin, just like, oh my god, this is terrible. Because like again, from what that character said, it's because of you this world is here. And he's like, I'm not here for anybody's pink slips, ha ha ha. And all of a sudden, here comes the Joker mobile. That's actually kind of true.
Oh, here it is. Fast 5. They escaped to Rio de Janeiro, so it's probably that. I'm sorry, I'm not as fast nerdy as everyone else. I'm
Uh,
wikiing
but
everything.
but here comes the Joker mobile, literally
Yeah.
a purple Cadillac or something, and out pops Jason Momoa, full Joker garb. He has the genie outfit. The nails are painted. He is flamboyant. He is captivating. He is charming. And he's just like, I'm Dante. Salutations, like I said earlier,
Hmm.
which drove me nuts. I love that. I perked up. I was like this. And then when he came on screen and it did his little shtick, I was like, oh, okay. Because he was so outlandish and crazy. And Dom doesn't know who he is, right? Dom has no idea who this guy is.
No idea.
And then Dante's just like, yeah, he's giddy, he's fun, he's flirty, if you will. And out of nowhere, he just snaps. He goes, yeah, but my dad, kind of killed my dad when he stole our money.
Hmm.
And then Dom doesn't even flinch. Like, he's like, okay. It's like, all right. So the Jason Momoa says, I want to race, which and then I go back to my hands folded because I was like, oh my God. This is that classic American cinema situation where the main bad guy All he has to do is pull the trigger. That's it.
But he wants to make him suffer.
So the main bad guy has all of his goons behind him, and they all have guns pointing. The Dom has all of somehow his Rio people all pointing his guns at. It's just like, your whole goal is to kill Dom. Kill him.
No, he wants to make him suffer first.
I know, but kill him. So then he's like, I want to
Yeah.
street race. And Dom's like, all right, fine, I'll street race. And I say out loud, and I don't know why, because I'm only watching this movie at this point. And I'm like, are they seriously street racing in this movie? Like I'm looking around at nobody, Eric.
That's what I've
And
been
I'm like,
doing. Yeah.
are they seriously street racing? Like, this movie has got him back? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
That's how I watched the movie too.
Just like,
As soon as I get up, I just go, no way, no, they're not gonna do that.
they're literally
And then they
street
do it.
racing. But it's like it's like Joker, who we're comparing Jason Momoa to. It's like Joker says to Batman, "The street race, man. Pink slips. Joker mobile versus Batmobile." It's like, well, are you serious?
So
Like,
not only do they race, but they also race with the two other his friends, Isabella and Diego, or something like that.
yeah, dead bodies.
Yes. So the red shirts go to race, and that's when Dante says, "You can't. You have to choose, right? If it's always a choice between you, who are you gonna
Yes,
save?"
you're gonna save, and that's when he gets serious, right? His flirty flamboyantness is gone. He's like, you have to choose, and we're like, what are you talking about? So now they're street racing. The bad guy, terrorism, is street racing the hero. A 10-second thing, right?
Hmm.
And all of a sudden you realize, oh, wait a minute. The other two no-name characters that are dead meat have bombs strapped to the bottom of their car. And Dom has to choose. And then we get another ridiculous scene where it's like he hits the dude, blows up. Dude that was like, this whole area is because of you, Dom. He blows up, he's dead. But then the girl, he hits her just in the right spot in the car for her to knock the bomb off. But the bomb still explodes as it's flying in air and still hits the car. And then Jason Momoa goes back to his flamboyantness. He was like, "Woo, I won!" This is where I'm starting to go, oh my God, how much time I have.
Buddy, you thought it was because the person who he saved, Isabel, is not just any street racer.
Who is she?
She is the sister of his baby mama. She is the aunt to Little B.
You know what would have been better? If they would have brought back Sookie from the second one.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, is the random Caucasian / Asian Barbie pink car convertible who never came back in the movie in the beginning of Fast 2. Just bring her back at this point.
Could have brought back, yeah. Well, that's who we are. Or that's who she is, though. And the directors refused to put a shirt on her.
Yeah. Another thing too is I'm all about, hey, whatever you want, that's you, that's your thing. But I was also saying out loud, can somebody give her a sandwich?
She looked. I don't mean to, but it was almost like a, like she was from the first Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah.
Like she saw the fashion from the latest Christina Aguilera video, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pay respect to what they did back in the first one there, back in was it 2001?"
I'm gonna wear hip huggers, which are not popular anymore.
Well, you know,
So I'm
when
starting to
when
turn
you got
off.
it, you got to show it, I guess.
Starting to turn off. I had my daughter and a friend over today while I was watching this. So I was watching this on my iPad in the kitchen while my daughter and her friend were in the living room. And then something happened and I needed to go fix a situation. When I came back, Letty was fighting Charlize Theron.
Uh-huh.
After the fight, I was done.
So
I turned it
while
off. I was done.
was it Rome? Yeah, while that was happening, Letty gets arrested.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
And she doesn't just get arrested and go to jail. she goes to the super secret black ops prison in Antarctica that where agency holds their people, holds their prisoners.
Weren't they already in Antarctica in one of the movies with the nuclear submarine?
That's right. And I'm
Okay.
glad you say that because that's going to come back at the end of this movie.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Uh,
I'm done at this point. Jesus Christ.
so
I,
yeah, so she wakes up in there into the prison. Oh, and then Brie Larson was going to go there, and Brie Larson kind of does her, I'm on your side and helps her out a little bit. She has Dom's necklace, the cross, to kind of show her allegiance to Letty there, and stages a thing by having staging kind of like an act or I'm sorry, an act of was it stabbing or something like that to get Letty out of her cell, right?
okay.
And then Letty wakes up and she's next to Cypher, who's also in the same prison, and they're about to do some sort of, I don't know, experiments or torture or something on them. Cypher says, "Don't worry, I got it." And then because what genius thought of this, where they thought, "Oh, I know, I'll put the keypad, I'm going to lock these prisoners on this bed. Okay, and I'm going to tie their
Okay.
hands down to these cuffs that are part of the bed. I'm
Okay.
also going to put the keypad to that bed right there next to the fingers, so that anyone who's in the bed can touch the keypad and move and stuff like that." So Cypher
That
does
does not.
so.
Okay.
So Cypher does that and is able to let herself out. She then lets Letty out, and they fight because Cypher's like, "Hey, I know you're not gonna like this, but I'm your only way out." And Letty's like, "Well, not over, over my dead body," type of thing. And so Cypher gets out. She lets Letty out. They fight. While they're fighting, the scientists who were there tried to, I don't know, do something, and then they kill them. Eventually they have it out and they fight. But that's towards the end of the movie.
What's the experiment? What are they gonna make them super soldiers?
No, it might have been torture. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
yeah. Let me see if I can. The prison's treatment center. That's what it is. Oh, maybe it was just a hospital part. But either way, they're on beds. They're on surgical bed, like next to each other. So I don't know. Either they're in recovery or they're just there for the plot so they can get out.
Okay. Okay. So since I checked out, I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't
I
they be in
mean,
separate rooms? Like why you have a huge facility like that? You only got two beds happen to be right next to each other, like a couple's
also,
massage.
yeah, they dress like it too with the all white. Now, I think everybody realizes at this point who is listening what I'm going to give this movie because it's not often where I turn something off. I'm just done. But it's like, what happens? Like, I know that there's something with a plane. I was reading some stuff about a plane. So who's the double agent, right? So like is Cypher like a good guy now, or does she eventually turn to be bad again?
Cypher is kind of a good guy now. She's not.
Oh my
Cypher's kind
God.
of a good guy now, but
Okay.
so wait, hold
So
on.
is John
We're getting off into because there's a lot of characters here, and so you got to touch on all of them, right?
right? So I'm going to ask that question, right? So
And
is
the other
John Cena
part.
what happens?
Oh, so yeah, exactly. Let's go back and talk
Yeah,
all of them.
yeah.
John Cena's character is that he got Little B and enacted the bug out plan basically was to get him to the safe house. So he gets Little B and just books it, and he was supposed to go to whatever safe house they have. What is that, Spain or something? Madrid, is that where they were at? Anyway, and they have their little adventure because it's cute. It's John Cena. He's not really doing a whole lot of action stuff. He's just kind of talking to a kid, and he's a very likable person. But they're on an airplane and they do a bunch of stuff, and it's a comedy.
I
Eventually,
seen the airplane. Yeah.
yeah, and that's towards the end of the movie. Eventually, they get to the an abandoned mine, and I'm pretty sure in Spain that they converted. And of course, Jason Momoa Dante knows exactly where they're at. He's like, "Oh, it's a super secret place. Nobody, blah 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 blah." But he knows right where they're at. And in there, they have a little project that John Cena was working on, which is that car with a cage on it that can drop bombs, I guess, like keg bombs.
While it's driving.
Yeah,
Like bombs come out the side of the car.
like it's like a cage on either side. Like it's like I don't want to say like a roll cage, I guess, but it's really what it is. And it is like a compartment in the back. It's like an El Camino in the trunk, and you can pull a lever, and it will prep it to the side on the side of these like a bazooka on each side of the car. They also look like rocket flares, but you pull the lever and it puts the little bomb keg in there, and then it drops it, and like a banana peel in Mario Kart, it just goes back to
Okay.
the person behind you. You can shoot it at them, and you could turn the rockets and you shoot up, so your car can go up. Yeah,
So it's a
it's
play on the rocket car from the last one.
yeah. Either way, Little B kills somebody. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that he goes on there and he tries to load something, and I'm pretty sure he kills somebody. Uh, yeah, so that was kind of weird. But anyway, they're being chased by Jason Momoa, who really just wants to get Little B because he wants to make uh, Vin Diesel suffer. He wants to make Dominic suffer. Dom suffer. Jeez, I'm getting all these names. While that's happening, the B team, Roman and them, the ones who didn't get caught, are trying to get back. They are on the run, and they're trying to be very, very secretive about where they're going, and trying to get where they're at. They were in a shipping container of cologne, and found that Roman, oh, we don't have any money, but Roman keeps cash strapped to him. And so that's when, and you're going to hate
okay.
this. Listen, what I'm going to say next, Jordan, you're going to hate this. They needed to find, they're London. That's right. And they needed to find some materials to get the goods. And then Melisandre, I guess, or I can't forget her name. Ramsey is the character's name, says that she knows a guy. And they go to see a guy. Do you know who they go to see?
It's either Rock or Jason Statham.
Correct. It's Pete Davidson. It's Pete
The
Davidson
comedian Pete Davidson.
is in this movie, and he's a hacker in London.
Of course, he's a hacker. He looks.
Yep. So that's what happens in that movie.
I just kicked my garbage can. I hope you heard that.
Oh, Melisande. Thank you.
I really hope that you heard that.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I hope the audience hears that. Pete Davidson is in the Fast franchise now as a hacker. Could you be more stereotypical? Might as well be a stoner. He's stoner hacker, isn't he?
Well, yeah, of course. He's just one of those guys who's doing it for money type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't talk about, there's, again, more people in this movie. We didn't talk about how Helen Mirren and Scott Eastwood are still in this movie.
I don't know who those people are.
Scott Eastwood is little nobody. He's the assistant to Kurt Russell, or was. And then Helen Mirren is the mother of Jason Statham.
She's the one that talks to Dom. She's the one that talks to Dom. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, the B team, are going to go get all their stuff, and they have some more stuff to go get. So Pete Davidson references them to a person, yada yada. They go to go see Jason Statham.
He's back.
Yep, Shaw.
Wasn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, he was in one of them.
He was like the big bad guy at one point. All right, go ahead.
But he and Han are cool because they worked for kind of on the same contract. It's a long story. Anyway,
didn't he try to kill Han in number 3?
So Melisandre gets her things. Han says, "I know a guy," and he goes. That's what it is. I'm getting everything confused. Had to try. Han says, "I know a guy," and he goes to see Shaw, and as they're going to see Shaw, they get ambushed by Dante, and then they escape, of course, and then they split. Shaw's like, "Okay, listen, you guys can take all this stuff, and I'll see you in the sequel." And they say, "Okay." And so they get all their stuff, and then they are going to go help Dom. Basically, I think they're going to find out. Oh yeah, Ramsey's hacking and trying to find everything, and they go to find Dom, and they get an airplane, and they're going on the airplane to go find Dom. While that's happening, okay, we got Letty and Cypher, we got B team. Let's go back to Dom. Let's go back to Dom and Jacob and Lil B. They are in Spain, and they're being chased on the road. Jacob, John Cena, has Lil B with him, and he's being chased by Dante. who's got a whole fleet of just, I mean, cars, Hummers, oil tankers, helicopters. They're all going after him. Okay. And it's looking like the end. It's looking real grim here. But don't worry, because Dom shows up. And he shows up in what? His Charger. And it's looking great, pristine. Okay, the chase happens. You already know how this is gonna end. Okay, I'm gonna cut to the the good parts where the helicopters, because they wanted to get Dom out of the equation. That's the whole point of his battle plan. The two helicopters have these harpoons on them, and it shoots on either side of Dom's charger. Okay, and then they pull him up because he can't drive. Right? That makes sense. Are you with me? But don't worry. I see your face right now. You're getting ready for it. That's when Dom hits the Nas, and he goes real fast, and the helicopters can't keep up. They can't get the whole car off. The wheels are just keep on. It's going so fast, and it goes so fast that just like in Fast Five, almost he takes them and they slam together in the middle because they're being pulled so fast because that's how fast and furiously he is driving. And the helicopters go down. They take out as they go down. Take out all the bad guys. One of the helicopters hangs on to the kind of dragging um, by the cable of the harpoon that's still stuck on to the charger, and Dom's able to swing that thing around like a ball and chain and just get rid of everything. It's fantastic. They drive into a tunnel. Oh, during this sequence, by the way, John Cena dies. Okay, yeah, no, it was something happened. He had to take a sacrifice, um, or yeah, it was something like because he had the kid, and then to save the kid, he was like, oh, to save Dom, that's what it is. He like had to do his rocket car over, flip the car over, and his car exploded.
Was it a movie, guys, rule though, no body, no death, or was there body?
No, it was very obviously no body, no death. The car rolled over, so we saw the underbody of the car, and that's it. All we just saw of John Cena was him just closing his eyes, and then the car rolled over, the car had exploded, and then we just see
Yeah,
fire as Dom drives through.
yeah.
Anyway,
He's coming back. Yeah, because Han died like 3 times. Go ahead.
yeah, it was a weird back and forth because like John Cena had Little B with him and he was driving, but then Little B got outside of the car to help a jammed bomb. But while he was out there, then Jason Momoa came up and grabbed him and pulled him into his car, and then John Cena died, and then Dom came back up and pulled Dom. Oh, he had him jump. I don't know. Dom got this kid back, and then Dante flew off and no, I'll get you, and then whatever.
Oh, he doesn't die.
I'm not done.
Oh,
So uh he crashes his car and he's like, bruh, and you think that's he's done with. Anyway, Dom then goes onto a dam. Okay, a
the Hoover Dam.
not no, they're in Spain.
Oh,
They're on a dam,
Spanish
and
Dam.
he's sitting
Spanish
in the
Dam.
middle of the dam, and
Hmm.
he's kind of trapped. I don't know how the hell he got there again, but he's having a moment. We're like, all right, little B, we gotta go back home, and he goes, okay. Oh, and then that's when we find that Jack Reacher is our double agent,
The guy that I said that
Ames.
called. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and that's when we find out that he's a double agent, and when we find that out, also at the same time as when the airplane comes in, and Roman's like, "Hey, Dom, we're here to help you," and Ames says, "No, you're not," and he shoots it with a rocket, and then the airplane wing blows up, and then you hear him inside go, "Oh, hold on," and then you see the plane go, phew, and then turn around a mountain, and then it explodes.
No, no body, no
So they're
death.
all alive still, yeah.
Yes, every single
They're
one of
fine.
them. One may be dead.
Who knows? But yeah, so that I've taken everything from you, Dom. Now you know what it's like to suffer. Now you must die. I'm sorry, Dante, by the way, who wasn't crashed, and this is all his plan all along. And he's on top of the dam now, or on a cliff or something like that. And it's just like, hi, you thought you got rid of me, but This was all my plan. And then he has remote activated oil tankers on either side of the dam, and they're gonna sandwich Dom in the middle. And they all have bombs on them, by the way, too. So when they sandwich them, they're also gonna explode at the same time. The 18 wheelers. Um, and this is where I'm building up because the greatest line ever uttered in the franchise was then said here. Uh, so Dom then positions himself perpendicular to the dam, right? So he's so he's facing the front of the dam, right? Because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen next.
These guys gonna get off. Yeah.
The speech is Dante saying like, I've taken, your life, I've taken your family, I've taken your money, blah blah blah, I've taken your credibility, all this stuff, blah blah blah, and now you will die. And then Dom says, "But you made a mistake. And there's one thing that you didn't take, my car." And then he pops a wheelie and he jumps off the dam, and then the two trucks collide and they blow up, and then go Dom goes down the dam uh, at record speed with an explosion behind him. Don't worry, he's got more Nas. He's gonna hit that again. And so he does that. The kid's still in the car, by the way. He's not buckled in. And they're going max speed. The flames are coming around. They're screaming. And just like every dam should, there's a ramp built at the bottom, and he catches it at the bottom. Wow, blows up, hits the water at the bottom. Don't worry, they roll the windows up, and eventually, when the car fills up, then they get out. They go to the top. Um, I think they're half dry at this point, actually. And little B, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, Dad, what was that? It's like, well, yeah, that was pretty crazy, but we got out of that. And they look up, and the dam's still standing. Like, so I was like, well, that's weird. I thought that thing would have blown up, but they were just tasting the explosion from the tankers down. And that's when Dante says, "Ho, you thought I wasn't prepared for that?" And that's when he blows up the dam.
Blow the dam up while he's on it without the tanker.
He blows up the dam, and so there is now a wall of water coming at Dom and Little B. Stop right there. We'll go back to Antarctica. That's the last we hear of Dom and Little B. That's where the story ends in this movie. We go to Antarctica, where Letty and Cypher are now wearing snow clothes. They got snow clothes for Antarctica, and they're walking. They were able to crawl out, doing some amazing kind of ninja warrior work, by the way, up a chimney, um, because obviously it's an underground prison in Antarctica. They get up and they start walking, and Letty's like, Cypher, do you know where you're going? And she's like, yeah, don't worry. And they go over the snow face there, and they see an open valley. It looks like just a nice clean sheet of ice. And then remember what I said before?
About the nuclear
That
submarine.
nuclear submarine comes popping up.
See, I thought you were going to say the Predator ship because they're in Antarctica and they're in snowsuits.
And who comes out of that submarine?
Mr. Nobody.
Gal Gadot.
She
Wonder Woman herself. She says something like, "Did you miss me?" Or I don't know.
She got
like that.
she got thrown out of a plane.
Yep. So that's how that movie, or then that's how the movie ends.
Okay. Well.
And then we get a cut to The Rock at the end credits.
Also, The Rock is in it.
The Rock is confirmed in it at the end. He walks into a room that's almost like a shrine of like him and like the rest of the Fast and Furious people doing some stuff like that. Clearly set up by Dante, by Jason Momoa, who's trying to kill him as well, as he was also trying to kill Shaw and just everybody in the franchise. And
Gotcha.
It was made apparent because Hobbs, The Rock, killed his father. He's the one that pulled the trigger.
Well, this movie's a bag of Kernels.
And there you go.
I mean, I'm right there. That's a bag of Kernels. Terrible.
I'm not going to defend that.
Yeah, this is that. You pissed me off, not you, but you pissed me off. You know why I love doing this with you is because this this show can give us so many different emotions, right? I mean, like in the reality of things, in the big scheme of things, I should not be physically pissed or happy about anything. We're just sitting here talking about a stupid movie, just two friends talking about a stupid movie. But what makes me happy that I'm doing this is because it gets reaction out of me. And my reaction is hatred, anger, disgust. I should be wielding a red lightsaber right now, like I'm pissed. Like, why are we having two tankers just blow up the goddamn? I just why? Not showing the bodies clearly. Like, why not just say Fast X Part One, like they're doing with Dead Reckoning for Mission Impossible, which we probably will review this year. I just don't understand how you go from stealing DVD players to this. It's crazy. I don't think the franchise has been good since 3. 4 was fun. I've seen it clearly sober since. But yeah, this is the first time since Halloween Ends. This is a bag of kernels. This movie pisses me off. Jason Momoa is a gem in this. He is fun. He is ludicrous. He is crazy. No pun intended with the rapper who doesn't rap anymore.
How
But
low can you go?
Saturday, I'm Eric. I'm sorry, I'm sorry to the fans. I got nothing to say. This movie's crap. Please, why is it $700 million in the box? I don't get it. I don't get the general audience. I mean, like, this is like Top Gun 2,
Buddy,
right?
it just has fun. This movie does not take itself seriously like all those other movies that we were mentioning before. We were talking about like Riddick or Bond, something like that. This movie just is a sandbox fun. This movie is a toy. This movie is it's a movie that knows that it's a movie, and I get it. I really do. It's a really bad movie too. It's a small bag. This one is
We
really
got small back.
listen. It's hard to keep up with this now. It really is. And the way that they're just bringing characters back, it's just like I cannot wait to see what Avengers type Endgame they're gonna come up with here when they have
Oh, yeah.
everybody. Who are they gonna fight? I like what threat could you have that isn't galactic at this point for this franchise? Uh,
Watch
I'm
the whole thing. Watch the whole thing be Brian somehow comes back and he's the mastermind behind it all.
holy cow! Now that would if it's his brother or something like that.
Yeah, like his twin brother, which the actor had in real life. Like, Eric, you know what it is for me?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I will say the reason why that I'm giving this a bag of kernels and the reason why I'm so angry is because I don't respect the franchise. This franchise started as people stealing DVD players,
Right.
fast cars, and hot women.
How
That's
are you
all
not
it
getting
was.
this though? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Like that's where do you see where I'm at? Like this movie is so bad, but it's just dumb fun to watch. Okay?
I guess I'm just angry because it's here.
This movie is the cheat day. This movie is your double cheeseburger when you're on the diet. This is a guilty pleasure. Is just flat out what this movie is. I
Yeah,
will
but at
not
least
recommend this franchise to many people. It's but if listen, if how many movies are there 10 of?
well, Jason,
11
I'm just
really.
yeah, yeah, okay. But the problem is that at least for 5 minutes, the double cheeseburger makes me feel good before I get the McShames. Well, this
If
movie is nothing but McShames.
if there isn't a college course already on this class, there will be. There's going to
Oh,
be a study on this because there's going to be so many. This is what people thought Rocky was going to turn into 20
it
years ago.
did. It did. It went up to what, 8?
Right, because Rocky saw how successful Fast and Furious was made.
So a small bag for you, a bag of kernels for me. My first kernels since
We'll see you
Halloween
back for
ends.
X2. That's for sure. This is gonna be we're gonna watch it.
Oh my God. Hey, do you want some popcorn? No. I want kernels. Eric, and you have said to me before that you have to walk out of a movie to go to give it a bag of kernels. I Come on, man. Come on, man. This is a
You
this
know
is a
what's
crime movie.
something to be said is that I was reading about the success of those Phantom events or whatever at the movie
Yeah,
theaters, the specials that they are having, and how it's just becoming this new kind of the Nickelodeon, as it were.
nice.
Uh, but also the replays. I saw that Coraline did so well in the theaters that they are extending it, and that the Ghibli marathons are like becoming nationwide now, and it's becoming a huge popular thing.
Huh. Did not know that. So that's what's going to happen with this, right? This could be like the new Room.
Yeah, I think that this is going to keep its part in pop culture to do a marathon, to do a hate watch. This is going to be like have its own day, like a Tom Hanks day after a
This
while.
is this is going to be bad. Yeah, Fast and Furious Day. Yeah.
But it's gonna be an
Well,
excuse to drink, right? Put it in the background, and this could be 24 hours now. We don't need Christmas Story anymore.
no, this could be. I mean, guys, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Everybody knows that I'm pissed. I was not excited to go into this, and we're going to come back a year or two from now and review Fast X2 because that's how stupid.
And Fast X3.
And Fast X3, and I just don't know. What's next? What's next? Let me guess. One more little insult. The mastermind. I got it. The end of Fast X3 is the mastermind is the douchebag, nerdy, ADD, autistic guy from the first Fast and Furious that got shot by the bad guys because he didn't pay up when he lost race wars, and he's pissed that Dom didn't do anything. You know what I'm talking
That's not
about?
on the realm of us. Like you probably just gave them their idea.
Well, I want royalties. Tell me that's not going to happen. You know what I'm talking about. You know that
I
character.
think it all depends on who gets their contract. I swear they have so much star power in here now. Like I don't know. I think they might get Will Smith. They might get somebody who's not
Will
who's
Smith would be great. He needs to like pimp smack somebody though.
well, yeah, and that might be a good way of doing it is to have him go into a movie like this and kind of be playful a bit. Maybe tone it down a bit. Will show that you actually can take a joke. That might be a great way to reintroduce him maybe back into it because we all know that since then he took a joke too seriously that maybe he's gonna step back. So I don't know. That's just a possibility. That's something.
Okay. Well, bag of kernels for me. You knew that. You knew before we were going to record that it was going to be,
Who else would
you
it
know,
be? Michael B. Jordan? I don't know. Uh, Conor McGregor. They've gotten fighters in here before.
yeah, we'll see. Well, you know what, everybody, thank you so much for listening to this most rips episode of Movie Guys Podcast. We really do appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Make sure to check us out on Instagram. We are at Movie Guys Pod. Also, wherever you get your podcast from, we are on. Thank you so much for downloading, and we'll be back next week for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
Can't record anymore because it capped.
First of all, I don't have a PC, sir. I have a MacBook. I didn't record any of that. That was good material.
Well, it's gone like game night.
We never
Gone
did
like game night.
We've never done
I
game.
promise
We
you,
never.
we did, and it
I
probably
s-
just happened there. It probably wasn't recorded, or it was a bad take. We did.
Never.
We recorded something.
No.
Then you tell me. I want you to tell me that we recorded something that was lost. There's a lost episode that we just failed to record. We got you, me, and Ed. We were together and we talked about not together, but on a call, and we were talking about something.
Yeah.
He and I both agree that it's game night. You seem to say no, but can't remember what else it was.
I keep extremely good records of Movie Guys history. You know this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not ever. I have an external hard drive that's in the attic that I haven't used in years, and that was what I stored a lot of our episodes on back in the day. Not on there.
Right, I'm saying that I would have recorded it, but something messed up on my end. Either I didn't record, or like my mic was muted the entire time,
Or something
or
stupid like that. Okay.
something really dumb where it was just a bad
I
take
don't,
and we couldn't
but
use it.
I don't think that we three would have recorded Game Night, because if you and I are thinking of the same movie, it's the one with Steve Carell, right?
No, is that the one? No, I was thinking the one with Jason Bateman
What's
and
this? What's the Steve
Plemons.
Carell one? There was wasn't there like a murder mystery Steve
That's
Carell one?
Date Night with him and Tina Fey.
But you just said the movie was Date Night.
It's Game Night.
Oh, Game Night. No, we never reviewed Game Night. Did you like that?
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, I'm glad I got you on that one. Dude, there's been some stuff that I
There you
completely
go.
forgot.
Glad we recorded it then. Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh my god. Okay, that was good.
Yeah.